My name is Boamah, and my partner and I
Salma Issa.
are going to be presenting on MENA mental health compared to their college counterparts. Stands for Middle Eastern and Northern African. This racial category has been around for a while, but it's starting to gain traction. MENA includes people with origins from Syria, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Morocco, and Palestine. This is a population that has historically been understudied, especially when assessing mental health, which is why we wanted to bring this issue to light before more MENA students suffer. Our research question is as stated: is the mental health of self-identified MENA students different than their college counterparts? And we are using two surveys, the SBQ-r and the Kessler scale. We are doing this partly to raise awareness of this issue. Participants, we used data that was drawn from the spring 2020 to 2023 ACHA-NCHA III survey, which included responses from over 250,000 college students across participating U.S. states. The ACHA-NCHA III is a national research survey that collects data on college students' habits and behaviors on the most prevalent health topics like mental health. For our instruments, we use the Kessler Psychological Distress Survey, K6, which means it uses 6 questions to determine how participants feel during the last 30 days. We also use the SBQ-r, which is a 4-item survey that measures suicide risk. For data analysis, we use the SPSS version 26. SPSS was used to analyze quantitative data, including means, independent sample t-test, and Levene's test for unequal variances. The statistical significance was set at 0.05.
Results: Figure 1, psychological distress score and ratio identification by survey period. MENA students scored slightly higher compared to non-MENA students over the 4-year period, which means they were having more psychological distress score. And for the Figure 2, SPQ-r, questionnaire and race identification by survey period, they were having less suicide ideation, which they scored slightly lower compared to non-MENA students over the 4-year period. Results: MENA and suicide risk using the SPQ-r, MENA and psychological distress using the Kessler index. These were the statistical results, and both the tests showed statistical significance. Discussion and conclusion: MENA students demonstrated slightly higher levels of psychological distress compared to non-MENA students while reporting lower suicide ideation in the normal range. Cultural stigma might make students to underreport on the survey because of shame and being labeled. For the implication, even when resources might be available, they still might not seek support because of the stigma and the lack of representation. Future researchers should use qualitative methods. They can do this through one-on-one interviews, focus group, and case studies. For future consideration, they should have greater representation of MENA students because in the sample they were underrepresented, because we need more improvement on accuracy and generalizability. Culturally appropriate intervention should also be created for these groups so that we can encourage them to seek out support and help. Thank you for listening.